is Marco Vicenzino. He is the director of the Global Strategy Project, and he's joining us from our studios in New York. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Lots of chatter on the alleged bomber's neighborhood, Moss Side, otherwise also called Wally Range. What more do we know about that area?
There's not just this area, but there's many areas throughout inner cities in Europe. One can call them clusters. Others use the term ghettos. There are inner city areas where have become hotbeds over the years. If you look at what happened, for example, in Brussels, it's an area in Brussels called Molenbeek. Many of the bombers responsible for the Brussels bombing and for the Paris bombing came from that area. And over the years, there seems to be an area where many jihadists have come from. Some of them have been reported to have been suicide bombers in Iraq, in Syria. So in that case, this, I think, would follow a pattern of these certain clusters in major European cities. The question is why these clusters. That goes into, sociological reasons, political. There's a lot of issues. That's an entire debate that societies need to have in Europe itself in terms of integration. But there is no single profile of a terrorist. There's many of them who've come from stable, normal families. Although there's been in the recent attacks in Europe, there seems to be some kind of prevailing trend. Many of them seem to have come from lives of crime in terms of criminal activities, gangs, and eventually shifted into radicalism. But once again, those may be some prevalent patterns, but there is no single profile of a terrorist.
In this particular case, Salman Abedi's brother, also detained in Libya, as well as the father. What other details do we have of their particular situation?
I think right now most of it is it's still too early to tell. It's important not to speculate, not to jump the gun. For example, when American officials made the announcement of the bomb before British official does, I think that didn't contribute to international collaboration and cooperation. It's important even for media. It's the responsibility of the media, even if they have that information, to keep it tight, sealed tight until the authorities reveal it, because investigations are going on. This is a process of, you could call it hot pursuit. It's that initial period right after the event is when you're going to get a lot of critical information. So I think at this stage it would be best not to reveal anything. But at the same time, one has to also look at the statistics in the UK. Between 2014 and 2016, there's been over 290 prosecutions of people on terrorism-related charges. Between those 2 years, there's also been 10 serious attacks have been thwarted. And according to some official statistics, there seems to be at least one arrest a day of someone in the UK related to terrorist activities. Once again, these are people being arrested, not being convicted.
Marco Vicenzino, director of the Global Strategy Project, thank you for your time. We really appreciate this.